Hi guys, this is our second video. This one is for stretches, static stretching after your session. We are going to do some deep ones that we stay in a bit longer for a few minutes. It's for preventing injuries and preventing muscle ache. And also, I know that a lot of you guys find stretching very, very boring. Well, surprise, surprise. It isn't, and I will show you how.
Three, two, one.
So we're going to start with stretches for the ankles. And this one is called screaming toes. And you will know why in a second. So you come sit onto the toes, you curl the toes under, you come sit onto the heels. And we're going to do this for 1 minute, so let me check. 1 minute. See if you can have your spine straight, shoulders are relaxed. And if this is not working for you because of the knees, or maybe because of the toes or the ankles, then you can also place your hands on the floor. And that will make it more easy. So you can do two things here. You can or do it in a Zen way, so closing the eyes and focusing on the pain, which is good pain, obviously. If it's bad pain, just come out. Don't do this. But if it's good stretching pain, enjoy. Or if it's too much, then you can interlace your fingers and you can just roll the wrist for a moment, just to distract yourself from the pain. And I think almost 1 minute. So let's come out slowly. And get some time to uncurl the toes. Place the tops of the feet on the floor. And then you can do a counter stretch, which is, for example, lifting the knees for a bit. See if you can have your heels straight back. So don't lean into them. Don't lean into the ankles, but try to have it all straight. And if you are hardcore, maybe find a nice down dog onto the toes. If you ever broke your toe, don't try this. And slowly come back. Knees back on the floor and take a shake. So this is really nice for the feet and the ankles. Maybe make some nice circles. And then it's time to go for the next one. So let's fold our mat like this. Now I'll show you from the side. I think that's easier. And we are folding the mat to create some soft spot for the knees. If you want to get into a side splits, then this is a really nice one to start with. This is called tadpole pose, and it sounds really cute, but it isn't. It's actually very intense. So we're gonna stay in for 3 minutes, and that's quite long. So make sure that the hips are in one line with the knees. The heels are in one line with the knees and the toes are out. So we really want to be a tadpole here. Now the elbows are on the floor, and if you don't feel anything, it can mean that maybe the hips are too far forward. So if you press the hips back, then you will feel it. Also, you can make a bit of a wider stand in the knees, wider stretch, and then press it back. 3 minutes. Good luck. So as I told you, if you find stretching very boring, and I can imagine that, I wanna introduce you to the yoga way of stretching, and actually that is closing the eyes and checking the body. So let's check. How do the hips feel? Are the shoulders relaxed? So So you kind of want to move into the shoulders a bit here. If you are very deep on the floor, if you have very open hips, then it may be nice to place the hands on the floor and just chill here. So sometimes that works too. If this is too much, if you're already dying here, then you can take a pillow and put it underneath the upper body to support, or maybe underneath the hips, that's also fine. Make sure that you're breathing very deep and feeling everything that is happening right now. I think we're halfway. Just hold it for 1.5 more minutes. Stay breathing. And this will, especially when you have a lot of stretching pain, breathing is the key, always. So close the eyes, relax the shoulders a bit more. Maybe the hips start to open a bit. If that's the thing, then you can move the hips a bit more back. I feel this at 1 centimeter, I feel this already stretching deeper. All right, almost there. If you feel too much pressure in the lower back, then you can press the belly button a bit more into towards the spine to protect the spine. All right, a few more breaths here. And the most fun part is to come out, of course, because you can choose how to come out. I'll show you the easy one, the easy way to come out is to walk the hands very slowly forward. Take it easy. Now the feet go out and coming onto the floor. And if 3 minutes is too easy for you, then you can do this for 5 minutes, of course. So stay in a bit longer, maybe put the video on pause and then relax. And then when the knees are, the hips are okay, and you can place the legs together. Another way to come out is to very slowly bring the feet together, bringing the hips back, and then come to your child pose for a moment. So then we're here, relaxing. So take a moment, wherever you are, maybe on your belly, maybe on your child pose, to chill. So we give the hips some time to relax. You can also be in a zaza. Relax the shoulders. And then when your hips feel okay, then we can go to the next one. So you see, let's come onto our backs. So look behind you if you have enough space. Bring the hands underneath the knees. Then you roll down with the help of the hands, with the help of the belly muscles. Just drop your head down. Oh, nice. And then make some nice circles with the knees. And this is especially really good for the part of the hips that you just stretched a lot. Other way. So nice after your session. This is like a treat. Ready. Let's get to some hamstring stretches. So bring one leg all the way on the floor. Now pull a bit on the knee, press it in. And then from there, stretch your leg out. If you have very tight hamstrings, it may be nice to bend your knee. And then bring the hands underneath the lower leg, upper leg, I mean. Or if you have quite long hamstrings, then of course you can stretch it all the way out. Bring the hands onto the calf muscle. Or if you are very, very flexible in the back of the legs, also for the calf muscles, you can grab your toe and then just lean in on it. So you drop the weight of the arms to the floor, relax. Make sure the neck and the spine are long, relaxed. Alrighty. Then from here, you can let go. Nice. Take a moment to feel the difference between the two legs. So now maybe the leg that you just stretched is a bit more heavy or a bit more soft. And let's try the other side. So bring the knee in. Nice. And then slowly stretch it out. So for very tight hamstrings, just be here. This may be enough. For very long hamstrings, stretch it out or maybe grab the calf. For super, super long ones. So always choose what works for you. Never go here when your leg is not ready. This is really important. So never force your body into something. If you're shaking like crazy when you're here, then it means your body is not yet ready. So listen to the body, take a step back and do some baby steps. So stay here if this is the best. Don't listen to the mind. The mind always wants more and the mind always wants to be perfect. And don't listen to that. Listen to the body. Where does the body want to go? Alrighty. Now you let go. Take a moment to relax. And this is a very safe way of stretching for the hamstrings because you don't use the spine too much. Actually, you don't use it. So it's a very safe way. Alrighty, let's get to happy baby pose. One of my favorites. This is the full one where you bring the hands on the inside of the feet. Knees are moving towards the floor next to the body. And really try to have the hips low at the floor. So if the hips are somewhere here, you know that you have to bring the hands lower on the legs to relax the belly and to relax the back. So only do this when you can have the lower back on the floor. Also try to relax the shoulders, try to relax the head. And you should feel it, of course, in the buttocks and the groin, inner thighs. If you are very easy here, then you can grab the big toes and maybe stretch out completely. But only do this if it feels okay. So never force. I'm doing yoga for 10 years, so this is where my muscles got into in 10 years. So take 10 years. Please do. It's really, really important. Alrighty. Now you can slowly let go. And then you can flip the pancake in any way you like. So you can flip, flip, flip. Oh, there you go. Let's get to the lower back. So we have two versions here. If you have lower back issues, then just be in your Sphinx pose. Sphinx pose is on the elbows. We want to spread the fingers wide and we want to drop the hips more and relax the legs. So you can always move the hips a bit to relax the lower back. So this may be enough. And we're going to do this one. 1 minute. If this is too easy for you, if you don't feel any stretch at all, of course, you can go with the hands onto the underneath the shoulders. You can press yourself up to a cobra. Now, if you are in your cobra and your hips are very high, so if the hips are here, that means that you want to move the hands a bit forward to maybe a seal pose, as they call it, so the hips can drop. Yeah, so be there if that's your variation. So choose what feels good. Again, don't force anything, especially not with the spine. And stay breathing. Focus on the breath. Maybe close the eyes. And you can always take a step back or make it more intense. Listen to the body. Don't listen to the mind. All right, we are there. Now, from here, let's flip the pancake again. So you roll on your back and just take the knees in for a moment and relax. And also here you can close the eyes and just feel. And this will balance out the spine after your back bend. Just a few breaths here. And then when you're ready, you can rock up. Come back to your Zaza. And take a moment in your Zaza to close. So we want to be here, listening to the body, listening to the breath. All thoughts that are coming up, just let them go. Not very important right now. Just feel how you feel after your session, after your deep stretches, your static stretches. And then open the eyes. Thank you very much. Arigato. Thank you all so much for joining. If you made it all the way up here, send us a like. If you are still smiling, consider subscribing. See you in the next video. Arigato.